Vina Loves. It's Miss Vina D coming from Vinatainment News. Today we're going to talk about Janet Jackson's recent split from her third husband. We are all aware that Janet Jackson is this used to be, and I'm sure she still is, but we're going to get to that. This sex symbol, and she's conservative when she wants to be, but her performances, her outfits, just the way how she carry herself, doesn't matter if she had on, if she was fully clothed or half, dressed. She's just this beautiful, amazing woman with this amazing figure, and that's what we've seen for years, even before the whole Super Bowl incident with Justin Timberlake, and after that when she toned it down a little, but she's always been Janet Jackson, the sexy woman with the body. All of her tour, performances, she, even if she was fully clothed, they were still form fitting, hugged her curves in the right places and all that. And then when she met her soon to be ex husband, all of that changed. She became more conservative, the way how she carried herself. And I completely understand, he's Muslim, and not all Muslim people, you know, in as much as their faith says certain things, not all Muslim people cover their faces, dress, the traditional way that most of the ladies dress. So, but it's like when Janet Jackson met him, she slowly worked her way there, because if you looked at some of their pictures at the beginning stages of their relationship, you will see that she was fully clothed, but she was still sexy, and the clothes were still form fitting. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to be half naked, you don't have to wear tight clothes to be sexy, to look sexy. You could wear flowy clothes. It's all about your confidence and all that. That's sexy. You don't have to be naked to be sexy. So please don't get me wrong. But as you can see, she was slowly working her way to what it became and what led to the demise of their marriage. Now, this whole video might be a waste because Janet and her people have not come out to say, oh, this story this story is a lie, we're still together, but they have not denied it either. And we know that sometimes things are just rumors, but sometimes it end up being the truth. We saw that with the Charlie Sheen situation, with the story about him being HIV positive, and people saying, oh my God, this lie, and then he came out and admitted it. And the same thing with Mariah Carey and her ex-fiance. So where there's smoke, there's fire. But then again, we've also seen it for years where people keep saying Will Smith and his wife are getting a divorce and they're still together. So you never know until Janet come out and say that this is a lie. We'll keep our eye open, but I'm still going to speak on it. So at the beginning of their relationship, you could see that Janet was easing her way into, the way that she looked, her new outlook on life and all that. Most people have said that she converted to Islam, but we will get into that. And then as time progressed in their relationship, the way that she performed, her performance, outfit, and she and her husband being seen out and about, and then it became more apparent that her entire look drastically changed when she became pregnant. Her People magazine cover shoot was beautiful, and it showed her baby bump and all that. But then this look right here with she and her husband taking a stroll, and you can see she is fully covered. All you can see is her face. Now, no, I'm sure no one put a gun to her head to dress the way that she dressed, to change her entire outlook on life and how she carried herself. However, some of the reports are saying that her soon-to-be ex-husband became very controlling. So it was no longer a Janet Jackson life. It was more of I'm just living to please my man. And that's very dangerous if this is true. It's very dangerous because what end up happening is you end up losing yourself. And then that end up affecting your self-esteem, your self, worth, like who you are as a person, and it doesn't work because it's almost like you've lost your identity and you're living to please someone else when you should always be in a relationship, come as who you are, and whoever you're with should always accept you for who you are, flaws and all. I just did a video about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce and Jay-Z, of course, they're not perfect, but I'm going to use them as an example. There are a lot of times people keep saying, oh my God, I can't believe Jay-Z let his wife and the mother of his child, soon to be mother of his children, go on stage like that. What do you mean, let his wife? She's a grown woman, a grown A woman. I don't like cursing, so I'm not going to start doing that now. She's a grown woman. He knew what she dressed like when she performed. She's a performer. She's a superstar. And what do you mean he let his wife? And that's the reason why they might have their ups and downs, but it works. She's still sexy Beyonce. She still dressed the way she wants to dress. She still performs on stage in her freaking bodysuit and her butt cheeks clapping and hanging out. She's not changing who she is because, oh, now I'm a married woman and whatever. When she's a married woman when she's off the stage, just how she was Beyonce when she was off the stage and how she dressed, and when she goes on stage, she's still Beyonce. She's not changing who she is to please anybody. I know putting Beyonce and Erica Mena in the same sentence, some of you are going to say, wait, what? How did that even happen? Erica Mena, Beyonce, Janet Jackson, but I have to throw Erica Mena in there. The reason why she and Bow Wow relationship did not work is because she was Erica Mena when he met her. But what happened was all of the talk in the industry about who she is and all of the name calling, here comes a man who gets down on one knee and puts a ring on her finger. This man is proving every single person who's called her every name in the book and who's told her she would never be a wife, she will always be a this, she will always be a that. She was allegedly dating envy for a while, and so she would always be a side this and whatever. Here comes a man stepping up saying, I don't care how many names you've been called, I don't care how people have talked down on you, I still love you enough and I see something special in you enough to say I want you to be my wife. That became so important to her that she completely lost herself in that relationship and started, talking to people differently, stopped doing her club appearances and doing what made her, Erica, happy because she was trying to conform and please the man, Bow Wow. But in that process ended up losing who she was and was like, this is not me. If I'm loud, let my man accept me for being loud. I'm not going to conform because now I'm dating him. If I like getting money and going to these clubs and doing these promotions and club appearances, that's who I am. That's my job. Don't lock me up in the house now because you want to throw some jewelry on my finger. And that's very dangerous because it end up hurting the relationship, and the relationship end up not being there. The same thing happened to Mariah Carey. Wrong, my Vina loves. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't change and don't upgrade who you are and don't grow and move away from the ratchet and whatever person you were as you excel in life. Absolutely, that's not what I'm saying. Change is amazing, change is good. I'm talking about if you are who you are, not because of anything negative, not because you're loud or ghetto or ratchet, whatever. You're just who you are. You're this, the way how you carry yourself, and there's a certain special uniqueness about you that God has placed inside of you. That's who you are. And someone is telling you, change who you are in order for you to be with me. That's what I'm referring to. I'm not referring to, I know I made examples about going to Erica, going to the clubs and doing promotions or whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. If your life is upgraded where now you don't have to go to the clubs anymore and you have your own business, or you meet someone who can help your business and step your game up where you don't have to do those things anymore, of course, excel and move into the right direction. So that's not what I'm saying. Change is always good. I'm just saying when someone is trying to change who you truly are, the core of you, not the superficial thing. So I didn't want to confuse you guys when I had the previous conversation about Erica. But let's continue with Janet. So let's get back to Janet Jackson on this. And I feel like if this is true, that's exactly what happened. She was trying so hard. This is my third marriage. I said that I wasn't going to get married again. Here I am. I fell in love. He wants to make me his wife. This is my third marriage. So you know what? I'm going to do whatever he wants. I'm going to go above and beyond. I'm going to change who I am to please him, because I feel like, you know what? That's going to make my marriage work. I believe that I can make this work. This is the third time around. I do not want to mess this up. So now she starts to conform to what he wants and not what she wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's Janet Jackson, the performer, the person who goes out and socialize. She's quiet, she's private, she's conservative, but she's freaking Janet Jackson. And if she went from being that in the open to being locked up in the house, I'm not saying he kept her there, and I'm sure she became lonely. She felt alone. She felt isolated. She felt like, what am I doing? I'm Janet Jackson. I'm full of life. I, live loud and proud of who I am and embrace who I am as a woman. What am I doing? And I'm sure over the years, it became apparent that that's not the life that she wanted. The other thing that's harmful is when you conform and try so hard to make something work for someone else, and it's almost like it's never enough. Nothing you do is good enough. It's like I'm not saying she did this, but it's like I have changed my fate. It's still not enough. I'm wearing freaking baggy clothing on stage for my concerts. That's not what people come to see. They come to see Janet Jackson, the performer, and also my outfits. Still not enough. You know what I'm saying? I have isolated myself from my family. I've moved to a completely different country. It's still never enough. And that's a terrible way to live. It feels like you're living in bondage. You're like hostage, even though you're not being held against your will. So if all of this is true, I completely understand how, after having a baby, especially at her age, to say, you know what, I'm done. I'm leaving. It was good that she, as far as having kids, she was able to have a child out of the marriage. And people are saying, oh, she had this plan, it was all planned. She's been in the industry for all these years and she's only worth 175 million, and he's worth almost $1 billion. I mean, he's worth 800 million, but if you add all of his assets in that, he's worth, a billion or a little over. And she planned it because she's been with him for 5 years, and now she's going to walk away with money, and now she has a child. Regardless of how much money this guy have or whatever, and he have more money than her, she's still Janet Jackson. She will still be fine with his money or not. She will still sell out shows because she's a freaking Jackson. But whatever the case might be, whether it was planned or not and all that, I'm sure this is going to be hard on her. I mean, this is her third marriage, so I completely understand. Anyways, I'm wishing Janet the best. I'm wishing her soon to be ex the best. And if this is false, then I pray and hope that they can work it out, not just for the kids, for the two of them. But I'm just going to say, never lose who you are to please anybody. Never lose who you are in a relationship. Never walk on eggshells to please anyone. Normally in these videos, I don't just do pictures. I add videos. When I'm talking about, when Janet Jackson announced her pregnancy, I add clips and stuff. But the last few videos I did, I put the Beyonce song, only a few seconds of her song in one of the videos, and the whole copyright thing happened. Then I inserted a video of Tyra Banks making the announcement about the new America's Next Top Model. But at the end of that Instagram video, the song, the beginning and the end team song that plays was playing, and I got the whole copyright thing. So I don't want my channel, to get deleted, like, oh, this is your third video with copyright material. So for that, I'm just going to do this with the slideshow and my voice. And once I get, my music situation together where, it's my music and I can put music on the in the background and do all of those things, I will. And so anyways, I'm wishing you all a wonderful and prosperous week. Remember to always have the God blessed attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. I'm going to put a link below for some of you who've asked that about the merch and want to support. I'm going to put that below. All right, have a wonderful day and God bless. Bye bye.